What's going on, YouTube? It's Jeff again, and what's on my mind is I thought it was going to be a lot about stress and fatigue. I've been feeling a lot of that lately, but I wanted to talk about support systems. I've mentioned some things about stress and fatigue, with daylight savings in a previous video, mental wellness in the video before that, or the one even before that, I don't know. But I talk about finding your perfect support system, whether it's family and friends, or you go to support groups, or you just have someone that you can talk to and get through whatever hard times that you're facing. So this time, I guess I wanted to talk about what it takes to be a support system for somebody that is facing these hardships. I honestly have no idea. I'm in that role. I'm not facing the hardships mentally, physically, anything like that right now. Aside from old people pains, really, I found out why they call us over 40s pops, because it's the sound we make every time we move. But other than that, I'm not really facing any kind of compromise. But I tend to play that support role for a lot of my friends and family. It's just so rampant, mental wellness issues and whatnot that people are facing these days. I don't know um, if it's just more recognized or if it's overdiagnosed or what have you. Everybody's got their views on it. But, you know, comment below. What do you do to be a support system for somebody that's facing this? Because I try my best. I try to just be there, have an open mind, have my open ears, right? One of the big things I find is that if you're going to listen, you listen for the sake of, you know, seeing what it is that your friends and family are feeling. You're listening to get information. You are not just waiting for your turn to talk, which is far too common these days. People don't listen. They quite often don't even hear. They just wait for their turn to talk. And even that is almost obsolete. Like, if people have something to say, they'll just jump in and cut you off. There's no such thing as manners or courtesy anymore. But that's an aside. I tend to ramble in these things. Um, you listen to get information and hopefully provide some supportive feedback. Um, People that are facing these hardships can tell when it's an empty response, when you're just saying, there, it's going to be okay. Um, they can tell when it's empty, they can tell when it's heartfelt, and they can tell when it's in between. And if you're going to give an empty response, then you're simply making their situation worse. And you're probably better off just telling them that you're not the right person to go to for this. So, um, support people, by listening, be the shoulder to cry on, the ear to bitch into, you are their wall, essentially. So you're the warm blanket they like to cuddle in. Let's put a positive little happy spin on it. Um, how do you physically support somebody that's dealing with any kind of hardships and issues? If it's a family member, your spouse, your kids, your parents, help out a little bit more around the house. It's one of the things that's really greatly come into my mind recently. I just came home from a little bit of a stint away from home for work, and you know, help out around the house because every little bit counts. There's four dirty dishes on the counter because she or he was too lazy or too tired or just didn't want to last night. How hard is it to throw a couple drops of soap in the sink, fill it with water, and scrub them down? You know, 5, 10 minutes out of your life help them out, right? Um, just stuff like that. The tidying, you know, a cleaner place to be is usually a happier place to be, is what I find. The clutter makes you feel surrounded, and dirt makes you feel sick and unwell. So it's almost like a placebo effect in that manner. Um, it's the placebo effect is not necessarily causing the symptoms, but it's definitely adding to what they're feeling. So, you know, if you want to be a support system for somebody, all you can really do is, all I'd say is be genuine, be heartfelt. Don't be the shell for somebody to just rattle their feelings at. If you want to listen, make sure you listen. If you want to help, then make sure you help. And if you don't want to, or you feel you can't, you don't have to be qualified. Doing something is usually better than doing nothing. You don't have to have a degree in psychology for somebody to come to you and say, hey, I've had a bad day. Can I borrow your ear for 5 minutes? You know, just listen. Be heartfelt with your input if it's requests that are required. And, just don't be a false person. Okay? There's so much bad in the world today. Try and help out at home with a little bit of good. All right? Comment below. If it brought out some good points and something that can help you, something you can learn from, then by all means, hit the like button. And I was a little late on this one, but I'm trying to do little vlogs like this weekly. So subscribe and ring the bell for updates, and you'll know when another one comes. Thanks.